Paul. I come from the Hopi Navajo reservation. I'm also a Tewa, and this is some of our artwork here that we do here on the reservation. It's all traditionally and culturally done so that we preserve our history through the arts. It's a really old tradition that we're keeping alive today. It's handed down from generation to generation, and it's inherited through birth. So this is the real traditional stuff.
So is this made by local people?
Yes, it's all done by a local artist. That's all we deal with as our local artists, and that's how we keep our business going, is through our local artists, so that no imitations or no reproductions are done illegally. So this is the real traditional stuff that we have here.
And what do the top ornaments there, what do they mean?
Oh, the kachinas here.
Yes.
These are kachina dolls.
Okay.
They're our friends that come and help us during the summer, and they bring us rain and they help our crops to grow. And it's really about all the good things in life that they come and help us accomplish.
So it's really dry in this area.
Yes, we're dry farmers. We don't irrigate, we don't have no rivers, or we don't have any water supplies that are flowing through here. So what we depend on for our crops is the rain. So all we do is dry farm here, and we really try to pray for the rain and the snow, because that's what maintains the ground, the aquifers of the ground, and that's what replenishes the springs, and that's what we depend on for our water, is water springs that naturally come out of the ground. So that's really something for us too, and that's what they help maintain. All this is for that purpose, to help maintain the lifestyle for the whole world and the whole universe, so that everything is good and stays good.
And are you with a particular tribe, or?
Yes, I'm a Hopi. I'm half Hopi, I'm half Navajo, quarter Hopi, and quarter Tewa. So I come from 3 different tribes.
So you got the best of everything.
Yes.
That's what makes you good.
Yes, I'm very fortunate.
And do you like living here?
Yes, I love living here. It's just a small town, nice and quiet, and no pollution.
Good. And are there many Navajo still here, or Hopi?
Yes.
Is it mainly the tribes who live in this area?
Yes, the Navajo and the Hopi. Yes, those are the main tribes that are here in northern Arizona.
And they're all working together now, I said.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
We coincide with each other's today, yeah.
Do you get
a long time ago, we used to trade. That's how it first started out, was we trading. They would trade all their crops, like their corn and their squash and their beans and all the stuff that they grow. And then the Navajos would come and trade their sheep and all their meat. And so it's an economy that we didn't need no money or any type of currency. We can just live off the land.
You could trade. And have you thought of living anywhere else, or are you happy to live here?
No, this is where I plan to live my whole life. Stay within the 4 sacred mountains. That's what we believe.
And what are they?
The sacred mountains? They are protection from this is where we are right now, and this is one of the sacred mountains. Flagstaff. You know Flagstaff?
Okay.
And the mountain, the big giant mountain that's there, that's one of them. And then there's also another one up here in Utah. Then there's one in New Mexico and one in Colorado. And this is where we stay at. We're supposed to be at. So that's where we always stay within those 4 sacred mountains.
And is that your particular tribes, or just?
That's Navajo.
That's a Navajo.
Yes. Didn't they?
And where did they start off? Was it in this area originally, or?
No, I believe they migrated from the north across the Bering Strait. Well, this is what the scientists believe, because the language that they speak up in Alaska, the Inuits and the Eskimos, they speak an Athabascan language, and that's the language that the Navajo speak today also, is the Athabascan, so they coincide with that language.
You sound very proud of
Yes, I'm very fortunate to be a part of the people that I'm born into.
And do you still, when you're at home, What language do you speak at home?
It's a mixture of all of them, just depending on who comes to visit.
Should be interesting.
Yeah.
So what would be the one that you would speak the most, apart
Tewa.
from English?
Tewa.
Tewa.
Yes, Tewa.
So if you wanted to say how are you today, how would you say that in Tewa?
Humbia.
It's much shorter, isn't it?
Humbia, yeah. And then in Navajo you would say Yate. And then in Hopi you would say Umhinsaki. And then how are you? What's up? How you doing?
Oh, very good.
Yeah, so there's 4 languages I guess you could say that.
So you've got about 5 languages.
Just about. Yeah.
So are you fluent in each of them? Or is
Not
one in particular?
completely. I can understand what they're saying, but I can't really speak it. Yeah, so I'm still learning. I'm still getting there, but it's kind of hard for me because I'm always going to Hopi, then I go to Navajo, then I go to Tewa, then I'm here speaking English also.
So are all those tribes very close to this area?
Yes, yes. Right across the road here is the Navajo Nation, and then right here on this side is with the Hopi tribe. So we're right next to each other.
It's fascinating. And where are the handcrafts that are here? Where are they made?
They're made locally.
In houses and homes?
Yes, and regular houses, like your mobile home, everyday houses, modern houses.
Yeah.
Yes, earlier than a modern home. But all the techniques that goes into the pottery, it's all traditional. It's the old ancient techniques that we're still keeping alive today. And this is how we're keeping our culture alive today. Also, it's through the kachinas. And you see here, then they still come out and they sing their songs about.
And are your parents do they still, are they carrying some of the old traditions? Or?
Yes, yes. Like
that still lives on?
Yes, like the pottery, my family is a pottery family. I'm the 6th generation of my family. Yeah.
So they make this particular pottery?
Yes, all the pottery you see here is done by my family.
Is that right?
The Navajo family of potters.
Oh, that is it's so nicely done.
It all started with her. Her name is Nempeo, and this is her.
So is she in your family or?
Yes, she's my great-great-grandmother. Yes. And she was the one that revived Hopi pottery back into the world. It was almost a lost art once upon a time. And she would go to the old village and find the pottery that was there, and she would reproduce it, and that's how she revived the old symbols and all the painting techniques that we have today also. So we kept that alive through her. She was the one that brought it back, and through our family we're still carrying on the art from today.
So you're now, what did I say, 6th generation?
Yes,
That's amazing.
This is Fanny. This is Nampeo's daughter. And then her son here, Thomas, is my grandfather. And then here, Carla is my mother. And then here, I'm Jared.
I see. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Just look at it this way.
Yeah, that's me right there. I have a sister, Orlando, and my brother, Derek. He's keeping a tradition alive also. And this is his pottery here.
So he started to make it?
Yes,
And what is that made from?
It's clay, it's pottery. We go and we dig up our own clay. We have to go out and find the clay, then we'll mine it out of the ground with our hands. Then we'll take it home, we'll soak it, we'll strain it, and we'll let it set till it gets to the right consistency to where we can hand mold it. Then we use the coil method, and that's how you get the bigger potteries like this here and that there. And we scrape it with a gourd scraper to get the shape out of it, how you want to shape it. Yeah. And then we let it set for a good 2 to 3 days so it completely dries. After it's completely dry, it's up to the artist whether they want to polish it and paint it or carve into it like this here. It's called sgraffito. So every artist, they have their own unique style and their own techniques that just by looking at a pottery, I can tell whose pottery it is just by the style of the pottery.
Because it's very individual.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see that's very different. I've never seen that before. Well, that's amazing stuff. So, anyway, well, how do you, and this is slightly separate, but we have the first Irish solo cyclist coming through this area on a 3,000-mile cycle. What do you think is different about this area than anywhere else he's going to be? What do you think is special that he might get
Within this area, you get about all 7 regions of the land. You got your mountainous region, and then it just comes straight down to the desert region. So you'll get all different 7 regions within Arizona.
So this is a special, it's different.
Yes, yes, Arizona is the only state that has all 7 regions.
That's great. Well, look, thank you very much, Jared.
You're welcome.
It's really nice stuff, very interesting stuff.
Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, what is the name of your shop in case?
Badger Spirit Gallery.
And it's, where is it?
It's here in Tuba City, Arizona.
Okay. And if can people see that on the internet?
Yes, we do have a website.
Do you?
Yes. I'll give you my business card
and so people might be interested to look at your pottery.
Here's it.
The website is. That's great. That's really nice. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.